Islam permits polygamy, but it does not mandate it. It is an option, not a requirement. Historically, polygamy provided a social structure that ensured the care of widows and orphans, especially during times of war. It is also essential to note that Islam capped the limitless polygamy prevalent in pre-Islamic Arabia, stipulating a maximum of 4 wives and insisting on equal treatment among them. Islam advocates for justice, and its legal system, Sharia, prescribes punishments that fit the crime. The severity of the punishment often acts as a deterrent, ensuring social order and discouraging crime. Moreover, these punishments are not mandatory. They can be waived or lessened under certain circumstances, reflecting the religion's inherent flexibility and compassion. The prohibition of pork in Islam reflects a broader religious principle, the concern for physical and spiritual health. Islam considers the pig to be unclean, and consuming it could lead to various health issues. This prohibition also serves as a form of spiritual discipline, teaching Muslims self-restraint and obedience to divine commandments. The Quran contains verses that discuss warfare and violence, but they need to be understood in their historical and textual context. These verses were revealed during times of conflict and are specific to those situations. They are not blanket endorsements of violence. Islam, in its essence, upholds the rights of all individuals, women included. The perception of women's suppression often stems from cultural practices and interpretations that contradict the religion's teachings. The Quran explicitly states that men and women are equal in the eyes of God. Islam encourages intellectual exploration and questioning. The Quran frequently invites its readers to ponder, reflect, and question. Islam values knowledge and critical thinking as they lead to a deeper understanding of faith. The prohibition of interest or usury in Islam is based on principles of fairness and justice. Usury often leads to wealth accumulation for the rich and debt for the poor. Islam promotes an economic system that discourages exploitation and encourages equitable distribution of wealth. Islam advocates for religious tolerance and coexistence. The Quran states that there is no compulsion in religion, and history is replete with examples of Muslim civilizations that thrived on multi-religious harmony. The concept of jihad in Islam is often misunderstood. Jihad means struggle, and it primarily refers to the internal struggle against one's own shortcomings. It can also refer to defending oneself when under attack, but it is not a call to violence or holy war as often misinterpreted. In summary, the 10 questions addressed revolve around various aspects of Islam, from its social and economic principles to its stance on justice, women's rights, and religious tolerance. It's important to understand that Islam, like any other religion, cannot be reduced to simplistic stereotypes. It requires a nuanced understanding that considers historical, textual, and cultural contexts. As we continue to question and learn, let us remember to do so with respect, openness, and the pursuit of truth.